Hello, 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 everyone. How are we doing? This is Lisa Marie Aird with Campus Bound GPS October Tips, day 10. 10 tips have been given out, or today will be the 10th tip given out so far in the month of October. And for those of you who do not know me, my name is Lisa Marie Aird. I am the Collegiate Success Coach for Campus Bound GPS, where we help students and parents navigate the college application process. And tonight, the tip is write it down. Very simple, just 3 words that have a tremendous impact. So I'm a quotes person. And I was like, what kind of quotes can I pull out? So I found 2 actually. So one is from the Bible, Habakkuk 2, verse 2, which says, write the vision, make it plain on tablets, so he may run who reads it. Write it down. It's important. You own things when you write your things down. I am a planner person. I love planners. I love calendars. I have pens. I have colored pencils. I write in pencil first. And then if I know that this is super, super important and that it's a commitment, I put things in pen, write things down. I have paper and notebooks all around me because I write everything down. The other quote that I found is from Michael LaBeouf, and it says, when you write down your ideas, you automatically focus your full attention on them. Few, if any of us, can write one thought and think another at the same time. Thus, pencil and paper make excellent concentration tools. And I'm opening up this conversation, I'm opening up this tip, write it down, with these quotes, because I really think it's important to, when you're going through the college application process, to write things down. You have so much going on, whether you're a high school junior or senior. If you're a junior and you're preparing, you have a lot of classes that you're focused on. And when it comes to the items, the parts, the pieces of the college application process, write things down so that you can keep track. If you're senior, this is your senior year. Wow, it's important as a student, even as parents, write things down so that you can take a load off. I have a list of some things why writing it down, writing things associated with the college application process, writing those things down is important, and how writing it down is beneficial, I should say. The first thing I have on my list is it frees up space in your brain. That is like the number one thing writing it down does for you. It's like a woosah moment for your brain. You know, you have so much going on as a high school senior. You have in the fall, you have all the football games, winter basketball games, outside of your classes. I'm just saying, you know, you want to be able to attend these functions and enjoy your senior year. You have your studies to do. You have your SAT classes, SAT exams to take. You have colleges to visit. You have all these things going on. And your brain is not going to store everything. So it's good to have a calendar, a planner, something where you can just write all this stuff down, just dump it. And trust and believe, it frees up your brain, because your brain my brain is always on. Okay, what's coming up next? What's coming up next? What's coming up next? It's easier. Like I said, I have planners. I have several planners. I probably have too many planners. But when my main one, I write everything down, and I have everything color coded. So my eyes tend to drop to colors, so I know what's important, because I will block off time to do certain things. But like I said, it frees up your brain. It releases space in your brain so that all of the things that you need to remember, you don't have to put so much pressure on yourself because it's written down. So the second thing I want to talk about is that And this is my thing when it comes to mindset. So it helps with your mindset as well, because it enables you to be intentionally focused. Intentionally focused at the task at hand. When you start writing it down, you're like, oh, I have to take care of this. And I mentioned my color blocks just now. Not only write things down, but make a plan for whatever it is you're writing it down. So if you have an SAT exam, there's a certain amount of time that you block off for your exam. Block it off on your calendar so that you know that that time cannot be compromised with anything else. So you want to be intentionally focused on the task at hand. Dedicate set times to accomplish these things, whether it's 30 minutes, 30 minutes to research your schools, or block off a time that's an hour to write your essay. Block off those times, create those time blocks so that the time that you dedicate is intentional. But again, it starts by writing it down. Okay, we're going to go on to number 3. Number 3 is it keeps you motivated. It definitely keeps you motivated because you're thinking about it. You know you have something that you have to finish, and you write it down. You know it's important. You know that you need to finish this task. You know you need to take care of it. Think about it. We're doing more things online. Colleges and universities are doing more things online. So it might be attending a webinar about about something that's going on in the college, whether it's an admissions night or something like that, where the admissions counselors are talking to prospective students. Write it down. Write it down. Put it in your calendar. Put it in your planner. Make notes. Write down your questions that you may want to ask. Write it down. It is so important. Stay motivated. Okay, let's move on to number 4. It encourages you to progress in the process of completing all the tasks in the college application process. I'll repeat that. It encourages you to progress in the process of completing the task in the college application process. There's some bits and pieces, as you know. It's bits and pieces that have you overwhelmed. You kind of go crazy. You're like, oh my gosh, what do I have to do? I know I have to fill out this application. I know I have to write this essay. Write it down. Take a woosah moment and just start jotting things down. So you can, while you are encouraged to keep the momentum, to keep the flow, to keep the progress going, you are tracking important dates. You are checking items off your list. You are completing things. Things like meeting with your guidance counselor. Write it down. What date are you going to meet with your guidance counselor? Hopefully it's multiple dates so that your guidance counselor knows who you are. Filling out your financial aid form. That's another thing I have here written down. Asking for your, talking to your teachers so you can get your letters of recommendations, making that request from your teachers. College fair dates, college visits, or going on a virtual tour, dedicating time to do a virtual tour of the university or college that you're interested in so you can do your research. I always talk about that. Do your research. Look up scholarships. Write your essay. These are all little tasks and parts and pieces that you're going to move along and you're going to progress with as you move along, right? So number 4, I said it encourages you to progress in the process as you complete the college application process. Basically, it's boosting your productivity. You're moving along, you're keeping things going, you have your momentum going, and you just going, right? And the 5th one that I have written down for tonight is you have a record of your activities. You have a record of your activities. You know what schools you applied to. You say, you know what, I dedicated 2 hours on Friday to completing my college applications, and I applied to school 1, school 2, school 3. Now you have a record and you can track. You know that you submitted the application on this date. The expectation of when you should hear back is somewhere looming there. So you can put, put a note, expected to hear back by, I'm a sticker person too. I like stickers. So if you get a sticker and it says, get a sticker with a phone on it, make a phone call, or get a sticker with important and know that these are important dates. My calendars, my planners are filled with it, and I make it personable for me because this is how I'm running things. And if I flip to a page, I can see something highlighted, blaring out at me. This is important. This is what I need to do. So my tip for tonight, my tip for today, the 10th tip of the month is to write it down. Trust and believe when you start doing that, it releases some of your stress, it alleviates some of your anxiety, it gets rid of some of that overwhelm because you are taking note. And when you start, like the quote said, here we go. Few, if any of us, can write one thought and think another at the same time, right? But you write one thought down, but it leads to another, and it will lead to another. So while you are going through your college application process, and this is for parents and students as well, share your calendars. Know important dates. Have a family calendar. Have a family planner when it comes to the college application process. So everyone knows what's going on, when it's going on, and it can be exhausting. So lift each other up. Lift each other up and just keep that energy flowing, at least getting through this period. October, November are very, very energy taxing months because you are going to college fairs, you are going to any kind of seminar, you are trying to cram in a college tour, you are writing essays, filling out applications, trying to keep your ducks in a row, trying to keep your sanity. Meanwhile, there's homecomings, there's games, our athletes are out there. There might be theater, drama, plays and stuff going on. There's so many things, so many activities that can be going on at the same time that you're like, oh my gosh, am I going to get the time? Where am I going to find the time? Where am I going to find the time? You find the time when you write things down. Believe it or not, you find the time when you write things down. You can be the busiest person in the world, but when you start creating that puzzle of time, and you're like, okay, I have time dedicated here, I have time dedicated there, I want to put something in here. Once you see, color blocks are amazing. I love using my color blocks. Color blocks are amazing. Once I see my dedicated times for the different tasks and activities that I have, there are times when I can kind of move and shift things a little bit. I can say, instead of dedicating 2 hours to this, I can dedicate maybe an hour and a half and put a half an hour towards something else and kind of shift my brain focus on something else. But it is written. It is written. It is written. So written, so done. And I guess I'm done. I'm done for the evening. Whew, that was a good one. I like that one. Write it down. This is Lisa Marie Aird with Campus Bound GPS, helping students and parents navigate the college application process with October tips. And just a reminder, write it down, and I will check you out tomorrow. Have a good night, and definitely be safe.